Justin Starling, so I know you're really sore today. We talked about that after the practice, 2 practices basically. How you feeling? Worse? Same?
Better than last week.
Okay.
Which is good. Just rusty. Just from not riding at all. And then we have another new bike today, so we're trying to figure that thing out. And I think after the first 2 groups, I'm sitting, or first practice, I'm sitting 18th overall. So we're on the bubble right now.
That's not bad considering how you're feeling, though.
No, it's not. I'm not happy about it, but I know I have a lot more in me. I only did 1 fast lap that entire time. I think I just got nervous and kept messing up laps, and I tried the quad, encased the quad, and I was like, dude, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So, yeah, this next one, I'm a little bit more relaxed. I mean, in regards to how everything goes, I'm stoked to be here. Obviously, I want to race the main.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't happen, that doesn't happen. I didn't even think I'd be riding until at least Daytona. So, regardless of how everything is, it's pretty good. Just need to go a little bit faster.
Yeah.
And not be on that bubble. Because if I drop half a second, I go to 10th. So it's pretty wild. But also B practice was first, and they had a completely smooth track. So yeah, our track was already pretty hammered. So there's a couple dudes in B that are faster than us, but yeah, it's
how about that whoop section?
Dude, that's where my shoulder hates it.
Yeah, I think everybody's hating that. And then with being hurt like you are, or sore, or whatever. Yeah.
Not having fun there.
Yeah.
I get through them pretty good.
Right.
I'm pretty good at whoops, and my chassis is really good, so that's not really a problem. But dang, those things are tough. It's really the first 4 or 5 that are really difficult. Then the rest seem to get easy. But yeah, maybe grab 5th gear and hit them wide open.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm already 4th.
Told that 7 deuce. You got to hit them on the back wheel the whole way. Just wheel tap.
Well, I watched Kyle Peters wheelie in. And he dropped a front and he did a cartwheel.
Yes, he did.
So
one of many.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna keep the front tire touching every one.
You know better than I do. So.
Yeah. So front tire and rear tire to touch every one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, everything's good. The team's really good. I think Jerry's making some changes or something to his bike, but I'm not changing mine. We messed with Sag a little bit after the first one. And
all right. Well, hey, man, good luck.
Thank you.
Karnow, what do you think about the whoops at Arlington? Yeah.
It was weird. I walked the track, and I thought they were going to be a breeze.
Really?
Yeah, because they're long, but they're not steep, and they weren't very big.
Okay.
But the way they're breaking down, they're just so sketchy.
Yeah. The only way whoops are a breeze to me is if there's 3.
Yeah, I feel you.
Well, overall though, how do you feel today? You feel things are coming around?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I was on the board in 450B practice for over half the practice, and I dropped back to 9th, I think. But yeah, I'm riding good, and I need to kind of clean up a couple rhythm sections. And
okay. Man, that Dragon's back over the single, it's sketchy.
Yeah.
Saw it take out AC. Maybe done for the night.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but he was holding the shoulder, so it looked like dislocation.
I saw him get carted off.
Yeah. He clipped it and nose wheelied into the face, the triple.
A lot of guys have done that today.
Yeah. So, what do you need to? What's the one thing you need to clean up the most?
Supercross triple turn, that little rhythm, and then that long rhythm.
Yeah.
I'm going 2 over 2-2, which is kind of slow. I need to go 2 over on off 3 out.
So is that kind of easy mentally to go and say, all right, I have to pull the trigger this time?
Yeah. I just got to do it.
Do you like being at the race without your kid, Amanda?
Not really.
I don't like being there without mine either.
Yeah, I was getting spoiled. She always cleans my goggles, does my tear-offs, cleans my neck braces, my boots, and now everything I got is just dirty.
Now you have to be an adult.
I guess so. It sucks.
All right, man. Thanks. Yeah, man, we're out here at Arlington last week, man. That LCQ was gnarly, and I had you in fantasy, so that was rad. What did you learn from that experience? What did you learn from Tampa?
Yeah, people were telling me about the fantasy stuff. I honestly had no idea.
Most riders don't care at all.
Actually, when I crossed the finish line, I thought about it.
Okay.
Like, hey, there we go. The main event didn't go too well.
Yeah, I had you.
I fell twice. Well, thanks. I fell twice in the main, and was just kind of tired and kind of lost it. So the main event didn't go how I wanted, but I learned a lot. Just being in this atmosphere, racing with the guys, the tracks. It's a big learning experience for me.
So
coming in this week, I was happy.
Okay.
I actually didn't ride. I rode Monday. I just did starts pretty much because I was tired. I had to drive back from Tampa. Got back too late.
Man.
So I just rode once during this week. So coming into the day, I felt felt ready.
That's
the track
good.
was good.
How do you like the track out there? Those whoops, like somebody like me, I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna go around. I mean, I walked them and I was scared.
Yeah, well, I'm an arena cross guy.
Yeah.
So that was actually kind of like arena cross. It's like you have no speed, just gets power and through.
Yeah.
They're definitely getting really tricky out there. They're like really kind of far apart and edgy and cupped. I don't know. There'll probably be jumpers later, I think.
It's looking that way.
But for the qualifying, you have to definitely skim them, get a good lap in.
So somebody like me who's no talent, like you have to mentally tell yourself, like, just pin it, basically. I mean, it seems like, and focus at the end. Is that something that you are okay with? Like, were you always comfortable doing that?
No, for sure. Like go back to arena cross. I would always jump them.
Yeah.
I never had like a good bike setup. Never got to practice the loops. And really, if you hit them faster in the right position, it's way easier.
Okay.
Than if you're going slow.
Yeah, because you don't drop the front end.
Yeah, you really have to commit. So that's definitely scary. So these ones, I come out of the corner fourth, and I miss the first one, and then you just get in the right position and you just kind of drive through.
Nice.
You have to look ahead though, and kind of.
It sounds so simple that you guys do it,
you have
but
to react.
Yeah.
Because if you aren't reacting, then you just go left or right.
Right.
Get off balance.
Well, last thing, man. What are your goals for tonight? Do you have a set thing that you want to do? I mean, whether it be make the main, get top 15. Would you have a goal?
Well, I qualified. Right now I'm 7th right now, which is I'm pretty happy with. They take top 18 for the Triple Crown. So honestly, I just want to ride the best I can, like do solid motos, see where I end up. I think I could be top 10.
Okay.
I don't know because this year is like weird because I put in so much work in the off season that I've kind of like progressed a whole bunch, and so the confidence for me isn't really there. Like believe myself,
okay.
Just because I never had that finish. And I don't know where I belong, So
you gotta tell yourself you belong, man. Yeah.
It's tough. You gotta tell yourself that, but then you're like, I haven't done it yet, so I don't know.
Right.
So for me, I just want to do the best I can.
Okay.
I'm happy and see where I'm at. Just keep working.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah. All right, Broc. Second week back. Looked good last week, I thought, and you said on the Pulp Show that you were not surprised by the speed of the class, which I was surprised by, because in my mind, you feel like it gets faster every year, but you come out after 2 years and are right there.
Yeah, I've seen the racing. I know the guys I'm racing, so it's all relevant to a certain extent. The class, I think, is maybe a little more elevated, but at the same time, I haven't been racing for 2 years, so it's hard for me to make the judgment.
Right.
I knew what I was up against, and I had fun last weekend. So now that we're established and back, I wanna make progress, and that's something I'm gonna be patient with, because I feel like to go to the next step, which is to be in the top 5, is a big step. So from last weekend, obviously on paper the times are close, but tonight should be fun. Basically 3 little long heat races.
Yeah.
So this last practice, go out there, get some solid laps in, put myself in the mix a little bit better lap time wise, so that way I have a better game pick for the first main event.
Was there anything last week, not necessarily physical or whatever, maybe technique wise, or just anything that you're like, okay, I need to tweak this a little bit, and just anything in general that you felt like after last week needed to be changed?
There's some stuff on the bike. I think we kind of stalled out on the bike coming up to Tampa, because we kind of felt like, I feel like the racing, as I've had experience racing, and always the racing brings the problems out.
Yeah.
So we stuck with that. We got a decent setup for us, and then last week we made some small adjustments. I think we were going to maybe do a couple more, but we had some weather issues in North Carolina, so we only got 1 day of testing in ultimately. But I think overall we're going to make progress every week and get the bike better for myself.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, is suiting it for the rider that's racing it. It's that's kind of, obviously with the experience I have, that's kind of what I've learned from being on all the teams, from Star to RCH to PC. Like everything, bike setup is very important for me as well. So just learning, working with the team, different people. So a lot of changing things for me. Even though I've been out for 2 years, but it's still different. So for me, learning new people, and the whole process has been fun. Just need to make progress every week, and even if results-wise it's not progress, I just want to make progress of some sort every week, so that way each week we're plugging away.
Absolutely. All right, that's the last question. I know you got to go out for qualifying. That whoop section, I've been asking everybody, like, to me, just standing there as somebody with very, very little talent is scary as hell. It's like infinite long.
Yeah, the whoop section's super long. They did build them pretty, I would say, safe. They're round.
Yeah.
They're round. They're more round than most whoops I've seen in the past, but they are long.
It just seems like you could lose momentum very easily.
In the dirt here, like everybody when I just did sign autographs, they're like, "Hey, it's tacky out there, huh?" No,
it
it's
looks
not.
slick.
Yeah, it's
underneath.
it's really slick, and underneath, like when you land, even when it looks packed and hard, the dirt kind of moves with you. So it's really tricky to figure that out. But as each time I get on the track, I'm feeling more comfortable.
Yeah, it seems like a real hard base with like some dusting on top, basically. Like
it's like a wet sand on top of hard. It's weird. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit tricky, but overall, I like the track.
Nice.
I think I need to improve a little bit, I would say, in the whoops.
Okay.
And clean up a couple corners and no clipping the jumps, because I am clipping a couple jumps. So
yeah, don't do that, man. Because
we
saw what happened to AC. So
yeah. The track. That's what I mean. The underneath, it's like in the whoops. Even it looks good. Like you can lay on it a little bit, but it wants to break loose. So that even on the dragon back, that's kind of what the feeling is. Yeah, overall, I'm excited. I just want to keep making progress, and hopefully I want to get in the top 10.
Okay.
This weekend the goal would be top 10.
All right.
There's 3 races, so just be in the mix.
Yeah.
Get up front, race with the guys. I just want to be solid tonight, that's all.
Awesome. All right, thanks, Broc.
This could go either way. This could go bad. This could go very bad. Cat. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I don't blame him for that at all, dude. I was going so slow, I deserved that. What the fuck? Not to mention, you barely kind of hit me anyway. I just didn't know where to go because I'm like, wow, I'm going so slow.
Well, I was like, you're not gonna let me do it to you again on the inside, and then I was like,
Renzo, so just got done with the LCQs here at Arlington, made it in, won the LCQ. Talk about the intensity of an LCQ.
Yeah, it's for sure a lot of pressure, especially when you don't make it the week before. Then it's even more pressure, especially after all the expectations I have for myself this year. Obviously, last weekend we had a lot of issues with the bikes. So this week was a very long week. I rode almost every day trying to figure it out. So gladly we figured it out. So we got it to the main. Now it's time to do the work.
Yeah, so we got the Triple Crown format tonight. What do you think of that? That's 3 extra starts, or 2 extra starts technically, I guess. But for a fans perspective, it's fun. It's cool to watch. But I think a lot of the racers don't love it.
You gotta ask me after.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I guess not. I mean, like the LCQ not being on TV blows. I mean, that's for sponsorships for you guys, for the entertainment value. They miss it. But I mean, there's some good racing going on in LCQ. You guys were like just killing each other half the time.
I mean, for sure. That's I think that's one of the most interesting races of the whole night. I personally don't want to be involved in it.
I understand.
I'd rather watch it.
Yes.
But yeah, like I said, everyone's going for it. We only got 4 spots, and like I said, it's do or die for some of us. So for sure, this one was a little chaotic. I started like back, and I started making my way up, and then I made like 3 million mistakes in 2 laps.
Cooks and I were watching you from up top, and it was entertaining.
I know, right? Yeah, not for me.
Right.
Well, one of the mistakes almost led me to the lead.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. I just told myself calm down. Yeah. And then after I calmed down, I just passed the 2 guys that had in front of me and just rode my own race. So
awesome.
It's fun.
What were some of the things that you had to change or work on? You said you had some bike issues last week. Was there anything in particular, or was it setup, or were you just anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, it's just electronics.
Okay.
These bikes are so
finicky.
Yeah. And not only that, all the power is out nowadays almost there. We had an issue where the bike was bogging, and we fixed it. Because the worst is we tested Thursday before Tampa. We had the issue. We fixed it, and we got to the race, and it came back.
Did it again. Wow.
So yeah, we spent all week trying to develop a new mapping that ran clean, and at the same time we're trying to get some more horsepower out of the bike.
Okay, now that has to play in your head a little bit when you have a bogging issue on a Thursday, and it gets in your head probably you're thinking about, because I mean that'll get you hurt, and then you go into a race and it comes back. I mean that's got to play with your mind.
Yeah, I honestly, my confidence was really high coming into it. I felt great. But yeah, then I got scared, Every time I hit the whoops and stuff, it bogged. right before jumps. So yeah, I ride the bike really low in the RPM, so it was more noticeable for me than for the other riders. But yeah, like I said, we got through it. Like I said, as a team, and I'm proud of that.
Awesome. Well, man, hey, good luck tonight, and good job getting in the main.
Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
thanks, man. All right, Arlington, we're here with Meet the Clasons. So, Mrs. Clason, what is Cade's worst character trait?
I got a lot of them.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
worst character trait.
If you say anything other than how deep I sleep and don't wake up when I'm
Yeah, he like, if I have like anything happens at night, I'm like a super light sleeper.
Oh yeah.
Literally, like someone could murder us with a chainsaw, and he wouldn't wake up.
Nice. My chick might say the same thing. All right, Cade, what's her best quality?
cooking.
Oh yeah. What's your best dish? You tell me what her best dish is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everything.
I mean, it's hard because she never cooks me the same thing, and she never cooks it the same damn way.
Wow.
So it's like every time it's different.
Yeah.
So it's like a new surprise, and sometimes I don't like it, but I gotta say that I like it.
That's true. That's true.
Are you emotional over that? If he said he didn't like something, would it?
Okay, that's another dynasty. And so eat something, and it could be like the best meal I've ever made. And you know, you make food for someone.
Yeah.
And you're like expecting their feedback.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, it's good. And he's just eating it. Or it could be like ramen noodles. And he's like, oh yeah, it's good. Yeah,
You never really know.
Yeah,
All right, this whole Supercross thing. What do you think about it? Like, really? I mean, does it make you nervous? Or are you used to it? Do you worry when you're not here?
I'm not used to it. I don't.
She gets happy when I start jumping through the whoops.
Oh, really? Yeah.
The whoops are the worst. And this weekend.
Dude, they're so long. Like they're
30
never
seconds of
ending.
not breathing every
Yeah.
lap.
I can understand. You're shaking your head.
But it's better being
At the
here.
whoops.
It's better.
Oh yeah. Okay. I thought you were shaking your head at her. All right. So how long have you guys been married now? Like not too terribly long.
2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
Is it everything you thought it would be and more?
It'll be 2 years next month.
There we go.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. No, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about being married?
I'm a pain in the ass.
I can imagine.
I'm never home.
That's why I'm asking her.
He's never home. So
Yeah.
It is difficult, but
Now you're military or you're out?
military.
Okay. Still. So what branch?
Air Force.
All right. What do you do in the Air Force?
I'm a linguist.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're smart.
I tried
Not
to be.
stupid.
So she's with you. Huh. Everybody's got their moments.
Yeah.
That's cool. My dad was Navy, so yeah, I grew up a military brat. What is that like? Because typically, it seems like anyway, as you know, the male is generally in the race is in the military. She's gone on. I don't know. I'm sure you go out. Do you ever leave? Like go on, you know, like on Westpac in the Navy, or they go overseas? Do they send you anywhere like
Yeah, I
that?
haven't been deployed yet.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
always-
deployed. That was the word I was looking for.
It's always a possibility. But
So-
I have a lot of stuff even without that I have
Yeah.
to, like this next week I have to go and he won't be there, so it's just trying to
So your
coordinate.
schedules are all over the
Yes.
place.
It's rough.
I wonder if that's almost probably good, because then when you guys do see each other, it's like the best.
No, it is, and that's
Yeah.
like I always tell people, and that's we've always kind of had that. We've dated for like 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, and like he's always been gone or I've been gone, and so you get used to it.
Right.
And you get super excited and you love those moments. And you do that.
Yeah. So 5 years and you finally pulled the trigger after 3?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's been enough.
That sounds like my deal. We've been engaged for 3 years.
You've
So
been engaged for 3 years?
Yeah.
You're one of those people?
Listen,
What's wrong with the
here's
dark side?
that's what she asks, but then my response is look, I've been married twice to her. She's been married twice. You know how that went before? Let's just hang on. Hang on a minute. I'm not going anywhere. But anyway, it's coming. I told her that. So Heather Kiefer called me out at dinner. At dinner. And I was like, all right, Amber, when do you want to get married? And she's like, I don't know. Well, what am I supposed to do with that? Because I don't know. She doesn't want to have a big wedding because we've both been married. She doesn't want to go the justice of the peace. Well, then you got to tell me what the hell you want to do. I'll do whatever you want. Right? All right, here's the fun question. Kiefer After Dark style. You ready?
No. If you ask me a Kiefer After Dark question, I'm going to start yelling at Kiefer. Because no.
Come on, whoopee the night before the race, yes or no?
No. It's a thing. Ask her.
It is a thing.
You think it's a thing?
No, it's
really,
a thing.
He makes it a thing.
I made it a thing.
You made it a thing.
A long time ago, yeah.
He thinks it's.
Hey, A-Ray's the same thing.
He literally made it a scientific. He's like, oh, testosterone levels and blah blah blah. And I'm
Did he bring up spreadsheets and stuff? No.
If he knew how, he would have.
It's in Creed, man.
Oh, God.
It's increased.
All right. Kiefer would argue with you on, you know that.
Whatever.
All right. Well, this has been fun getting to know the Clasons. Thanks. Made it in here in Arlington through the LCQ, battling with your teammate. LCQs probably get old, but at least you're getting in. Talk about Arlington so far.
Slowly but surely. I do have to say that the dirt is so sick with my eyeballs. Like, I think that's why I made it, because it's gluing in and I'm finally adjusting to it.
Okay.
I mean, the red dirt is sick. I don't see that often.
Yeah, it looks cool, but it also from up in the press box, it looks like it should be really tacky, but I think it's really slick underneath. At least that's what I'm seeing and hearing from some other guys.
I'm gonna start hanging around you more.
Yeah, you need the inside info?
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
text you, bro.
Press box,
Right,
let's go.
I'll put you in the text messages. All right, so B qualifying track or whatever you want to call it, group. What?
Yes.
How does that happen?
I don't get it. Like, it comes down to the AMA. I don't understand why.
They don't have a standard, like, this is why we do that? Probably not. They don't have anything. But.
Right. Sorry I'm not a media guy. Like, I don't have 80,000 followers. I have 11,000, but my results are what I strive and count on.
Yeah.
You know, it's important to me for results. But media, I don't have it. Sorry.
So, do you go talk to them, Gallagher or whoever, or does the team, or do they just not, you just got to deal with it?
Well, personally, I'm going to start talking to him right
Okay.
now. Like, that shouldn't have happened. That wasn't cool. Especially for such an important round where it's just a triple crown round. I need to be in that A practice. I mean, I have 16 points, I believe. So, I'm in 22nd in points, but at the same time, there's two guys who are in the A practice who, personally, I don't believe they should have been in there. They had no chance for that. So, now I guess it takes upon me that I need to go speak with them. I think the manager did talk to him, but no, that was ridiculous. I'm calling AMA out. That wasn't cool.
Well, Cooksey pointed out earlier when we were up there and we were watching. Then in the second practice or the last time qualifying or whatever, I don't know, whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah,
it was like it was clear that you were the best guy out there, and they were kind of in the way at times.
Yeah, it makes it a little tough like that. And when it's weird because Broc Tickle, he came back.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden after the pre-time practice, then they immediately jumped him up. Right? So that is something I think if it is known that I'm the best guy out there, move me up. I haven't left day practice other than today, and it was super random for me. So no, I don't know if it was like Thule, the guy who runs it or whatever, but he gave my mechanic the sticker, and mechanic, like, you don't know much. You don't know it's A or B. He don't know what to ask. You know, he's just like, all right, this is a 71 bike.
This is what they gave me.
So I'm gonna personally speak with him. I think that was BS. It's personal.
Cool. All right, well, you need to do that. Yeah, you don't belong there. That's for sure.
I'm calling it out, man. It got me heated for a second, and I'm not like that. You know it.
Yeah. Well, like we talked about, I've seen you like that one time.
One time.
You weren't thrilled. You weren't thrilled.
Yeah.
But you weren't even that bad. You were just not happy.
We're cutting that out.
All right. We'll edit this. So Chris Cooksey again. We were sitting up there, and he called you. He's like, I think he's like the new Weston Pike.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's like, I see him just coming on. He's getting better and better, and he's going to be one of those guys that, in a year or so, like we're going to be like podium battling. What do you think about that? Can you see the correlation?
Like, what's crazy is I do see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
You're striving so much for greatness and this and that, but the thing is, like, I've had so many downs, broken back, and miscellaneous stuff, and obviously I'm still riding with a broken hand right now.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
We're 5 weeks in, but I think it's getting better, and I think it's healed. But the problem is I don't want anything to affect it personal when I'm casing it or something like that.
Yeah.
But dude, that really does mean a lot to me for Weston Pike. I actually had a text message with Adam Enticknap trying to get a hold of Weston's number to see if he can't give me a little bit of information. I really looked up to that guy, and I know that he battled everything out with a lot of heart, and that's where it got to where he is. And my
he's
build,
a fighter.
He's a fighter, dude. That's what I am. So who did not in the ring, but
who did you reach out to get his number?
Enticknap.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah, I got his number personally. I didn't hit him up.
I have it.
Oh, okay, for sure.
I mean, I just saw him a while ago. We're homies.
Oh, that's tight, baby. Let's go, Weston. Yeah.
All right.
Give me a shout, bro. Come on. At least give me a follow, dude. I don't got to follow.
Yeah, right? I don't think he follows me either. So.
What's life nowadays? Social media.
No, you are who follow. You're only as important as your followers.
I like it.
Yeah. The bikes, man, like people talk about the Suzuki's negative. It's not a factory team. you are working with a little lower level equipment. I don't expect you to say that, but for what you're doing, the accomplishments you're getting, and getting into the main, and showing what you're showing on a bike like that, I think that's impressive, man. I think you have things to keep your head up about. Probably things that also stress you out at times.
No, yeah, I really do appreciate that, dude. It does mean a lot, and we're working from the ground up. Really, that's pretty much what it is. Like, I started 8 weeks ago on the bike, and we're 8 rounds in. Right. So I got the call New Year's Day. Yeah, they said drive up there, and all of a sudden they posted it the day before Anaheim. Hey, Ryan Breece is like, he likes the bike, he's gonna ride it. Well, hey, I didn't have anything else, and Dustin came up to me personally, and I really do appreciate that. I came from a homegrown. You lay your resume out to a person, and if they like you and see the results that you do put in, and have the ability to work with that program or job, you're gonna be hired for who you are. Absolutely. So that's what I really like. And dude, it's been fun. Like, we're good. Yeah, we have ups and downs, and you see my downs a little bit more often coming around town. But, we're getting there. Suspension's getting there. That was the main part. Good. Well, don't forget, man, people listening, he's a Supercross champ. German SX, baby. Doesn't matter where. Let's go. Supercross champ. Yeah. Are you a Supercross champ? I'm not. This guy is. All right, let's go. Over here at MCR, Renzo for Justin Hill. What's a Triple Crown like for you?
Crown for us is like just a little more hasty. You're doing more laps, and you're going out to the track ideally more times than if you're going to LCQ and you're going to the same amount of time, and it's actually probably more rush for the guys that are going to LCQs. That's a pretty quick turnaround to the main, but these are, I think you got roughly like 20 minutes, like kind of dilly-dallying around before you got to be in staging. So it's not too bad. Unless you have an issue, that's when things get tight. They're doing the second bike run this year. So that helps guys out. We just run one second bike for all 3 guys. Okay. So it's just kind of got this year, or this not year, it's kind of been different. It was Malcolm's spare bike. We used Malcolm's practice bike on the West Coast. It's Vince's second race bike this week. So brand freshy. Right? Nice. So, well, hopefully nobody will have any problems. Right. Yeah. Ideally, there's no issues, and other than that, it's like you get back, you get fuel in the thing right away, just because, peace of mind. Yeah. And then you want to get your tire pressure like as quickly as you can before you get out. Like that one, you want that to be the last thing you do, just so it's as close as it can be to the temp when you go out. So nothing too crazy. Okay. It's just kind of get your bike checks done. Check things over and make sure it's not too dirty if you guys going through the pack or something, or if you're getting roosted, especially if there's a sand section. Yeah, like last weekend. The dirt's kind of fine here, so you want to blast out your radiators as soon as you get back and stuff, but it's not that different other than that. It's just more. It's a little quicker. So you just kind of get your hustle on, and you usually still have a couple of minutes of, I can take a drink of my coffee. Oh, nice. Okay. You don't feel like you're rushed completely. Yeah, like it's doable, right? Yeah. It's not out of hand, but awesome. It is just a little bit more of a 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom pace, as opposed to a normal race. You're doing a heat race, and then you're sitting around for whatever it feels like 2 hours. Yeah, right. Yeah, that makes sense. 7:30 to whatever we kick off the main at almost 9. So an hour and a half. So other than that, your protocol isn't any different. You're doing the same thing to the bike you would between a heat and a right. Luckily for me, Justin hasn't wanted to change the bike hardly at all this year. That's good. Yeah. Click here, click there, maybe. Right. So I haven't gotten hit with any real big changes this year between stuff. Last year, that's good. Vince will want to change clutch settings in between stuff, or just whatever he's more apt to do that. Justin's mantra this year has been just kind of run what you run, right? So that keeps it easy for me. Yeah, I'm just check it, keep it as is, as opposed to guys who are making changes that might be a little tougher. Or if you're in a wreck. Yeah, you got to do a bunch of work. Right. Awesome, man. Well, hey, good luck tonight.
Aaron Thurman, talk about getting an LCQ again at Arlington. Kind of a little bit of luck, but you had to be there to make it happen.
Yeah, definitely luck, I'd say, for sure. I think a lot of people are praying for me, so I believe that was
part of it.
From that, so yeah, I was there though.
Yeah,
so.
You were right there. You were closing.
Yeah, a little bit. I was kind of just trying to make it to the finish line.
Yeah.
I had a few bad crashes in practice. And almost had a big one in the LCQ, but after that, I was just like, I'm just gonna ride it a little bit. Have a little fun, charge a little bit, but keep it safe. And then I was seeing, like, I was at 6, and I was like, I saw some battles going on ahead, and I was like, man, they're right there. But I didn't think anything was gonna happen in the last lap. But
I was almost sure one of them was gonna go down because there was a lot of that, a lot of close calls. Yeah. And me and Cooksey were up there watching, and it was like, oh, somebody's going down. And then they both went down. I was like, oh, Kieran's gonna go, and he jumped over him.
Oh yeah, it was kind of happening really quick because I was coming to the turn, and like. I didn't really have a choice instead of rolling on top of him, which
that you would have went down.
Good anyway, so I just got over it. So I'm like, it was crazy, and I didn't really know I was in 4th at the time exactly, and I was just hoping for it. So I was like, gotta make it to the finish. So hopefully it's 4th. You know?
Yeah, because that was last lap, wasn't it?
Last lap.
Yeah. So 2 weeks in a row, what does that do? Does that start making things like easier? Like you go, okay, I can do this, man. Like, does it change your outlook any?
Yeah, I kind of put a lot of stress because I love racing and I want to do really good.
Yeah.
So I do put a lot of stress on myself and kind of making I'm just making 2 main events, you know. So I've been trying really hard, so just making 2. I kind of that's the goal is to make 1, you know, first.
Yeah.
So making 2, I think I'm gonna try after this to kind of just breathe while I'm out there riding and take it in, because I think I can even go faster at times, but sometimes I get over my head thinking about stuff and overthinking things. So after this, hopefully I can just calm down and ride.
Awesome, man. Congratulations. Proud of you. Arlington, what'd you take away from this race? Because you rode your ass off.
Yeah, I rode a lot harder than I should have.
Couple spills.
Yep. Needed a little bit better starts, but I was happy with the way I rode. Just had a couple big mistakes that I feel like held me back, but I was close to a top 10. And, qualifying was better.
You're one of those guys that's not really on the not everybody's thinking about you necessarily, but you're always right there, like top 10. You got some top 10 rides, and you fell and dropped back, but you were up there. And you got that speed. So I think as you continue to get more comfortable with the bike, you're gonna just continue to build. How do you work on that during the week, though? How do you replicate the intensity you need to race?
Well, for me, we've just my teammates obviously are injured right now, so I've just been doing the whole pit board deal, trying to chase that fast lap time, find the fast lap time, chase it, and trying to eliminate those big mistakes, because I've been making mistakes that cost me 6-7 seconds, not just a second or anything like that. So.
Well, how do you work on that? I mean, how do you practice that?
Like this week,
just not making it. I guess.
Just trying to keep that focus. It's easy to maybe riding by yourself, or you're not racing somebody, to kind of just have that split-second thought. So just doing it on the practice track, doing replicating race days, and stuff like that. So
these shorter mains in the Triple Crown, does that help with that at all? Like, or do you maybe not like the Triple Crown? So far, none of the riders really like it.
I like it, but I'm not out there fighting for a championship. So for me, it's 3 opportunities to do well. I think if I looked at my lap times in riding, I think I did better 3rd main than I did the 1st main. Not maybe results wise, but it was a lot of positives compared to last weekend.
How's the bike coming along? Are you able to improve stuff? Are you finding stuff to improve every week, or is it pretty much where you want it?
I rode the bike San Diego. We made some adjustments. I haven't touched a clicker the last 2 rounds or anything. Merge Racing, Jim Lewis has got that thing dialed in. That's
nice.
The best motorcycle I've ridden. So
awesome. Well, dude, I'm proud of you, man. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
All right, Jason. So I kind of mentioned on the press conference, like, you've been quietly just right there. Like, I don't feel like you're getting a lot of press about how good you've been.
Yeah.
You like it that way, though, I think. Like, you don't like all the attention necessarily. You're good. Got dirt in my throat.
Yeah, I kind of just like doing my own thing.
Yeah.
I'm in a peaceful area. I get to do my job, and
this is a little zen.
Yeah. So I just kind of like hanging out in my semi, hanging out with my friends, and that's my deal.
So how do you train during the week for this intensity? Like, especially with the Triple Crown, which I know you don't like, and it seems like it's so many more laps.
Yeah.
But you have to be more intense 3 times, and probably more intense than a heat race. Is that something you can mentally prepare for during the week?
Dude, honestly, it's so hard to be like mimic it, but I mean we do our best. But honestly, this week I just kind of rode by myself in California all week, cruised around, and then when you get to the race, the only difference is you got to do the warm up before the heat race. So yeah, and then you just kind of just are like, all right, let's fucking rip it right away the first lap. So that's all we can do.
Now you made some points about the track and the dragon back bit some guys big time tonight, and there was a lot of crashes tonight. Yeah. Jordan Smith crashed like 25 times. I felt like. Is that something that you think needs to be addressed? Like maybe, I mean, I know the track builders do what they can.
It's hard to address it sometimes, you know. So I think I have opinions, but it's hard to really. Even my opinions could be wrong.
Sure.
In the way to resolve it, in my opinion, could be wrong as well. So I think something does need to change. I think they need to be proactive about it. But at the same time, it's so tough. You know, you can't please everyone, and maybe we should just get a survey to fill out for the.
Right.
But right on.
All right. Well, hey man, congratulations tonight. Thanks for the time.
You.
So Triple Crown's over in Arlington, and you're probably pretty thankful.
Yeah, I don't like
I don't think anybody does. Well, you know what? John Short told me tonight. He's like, I really like him.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm also not racing for a championship. Yeah. So.
I admittedly, I'm not the best at just doing one fast lap in practice.
Yeah.
I race better. And then, like, I would rather the 20+1 main event rather than 3 short motos.
Sure.
I like the consistency factor you need, like, to have 3 good motos.
Mm-hmm.
That's, like, a good thing, a strength to me, I think. But there's still only 12 minutes. And, like, pretty much everybody on the main event gate can go fast for 12 minutes.
Right.
So, for me, like, my strength normally would be like, you know, the last 5 minutes of the race.
Yes.
You know,
Chiz is gonna chiz, as Steve says.
Do my thing. So yeah, so not a big fan of it, but as a fan, I like watching it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting. But it's hard. I mean, look how many guys got hurt tonight. The track was tough.
I was gonna ask you about that.
That's part of it. The track broke down a lot, but it's just hard. It's such a short race. There's such short races. Track position matters so much. Like if you get a bad start, you don't have 20 minutes. Like in a normal main, you get a bad start, tip over first lap. You know, especially the top guys, they have a lot of time to make sure they might not win the race or whatever, but they can salvage something out of it, and they have time. And or if they just get a bad start, they can kind of let things kind of sort themselves out.
Right.
And like, okay, now I gotta go. Like the first couple laps, Triple Crown, you can't do that.
You just gotta go the whole time.
You gotta go right away. You lose that 5-10 seconds. You don't have the extra 8 minutes to make it up on somebody.
Sure.
Or for, you know, especially for those guys. So, and because of that, you're fighting for track position. You're also at the short race. You look at practice every week. I was just talking to Mathis about this. Guys eat shit in practice all the time.
Yeah.
Like, not all the time, but you know, more often than you see during the nighttime.
Yes.
Because they're just pinning it for a lap or whatever, and they're pushing that edge, and they make one little mistake and go down. When it comes to race time and you got to string laps together, guys don't push, they just back it off a little bit and make it, you know, I can't do that. I can't do that for 20 minutes.
Right.
I do it for one lap, but now they back it off to get that 20-minute pace. Or they sprint and then back down, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But in Triple Crown, you've got to sprint the whole time and you've got to push it hard, and that's, I think, what the repercussion, or whatever you want to call it, of just those factors of the way the format is.
Right.
That's what's going to happen. And the track was tough. It broke down. That's part of it. But I just think I'm looking at a Triple Crown. I don't know the history of them, but like the last couple of years that we've done it, I feel like there's always more crashes. And in practice, you got to put a fast lap in to make it in, and then during the races they're short, you got to pin it. So it's but it's the same for everybody. That's part of it. You got to be here for 17 races to be in it.
Yeah.
That's a whole animal in itself, just being here every week. So so it just is what it is. So you got to kind of manage it and back it off, I think, when you need to, and turn it up when you can.
So you mentioned a lot of guys crashing. I mean, tonight we've lost AC, Cooper Webb, Martin Davalos crashed like 700 times.
Yeah, he finished
Jordan
out,
Smith crashed 25 times. I think Broc might have been carted off.
Yeah, his hand.
How much of that do you think was Triple Crown format and the intensity versus the track just being like the Dragon's Back bit AC and Cooper? That's like poorly built, I think.
Yeah, that was like, they built it okay, but they did the same thing in Anaheim too, whatever the other Dragon was. I don't know what their deal is, but like, they're building them super flat. So if you look at a dragon back or draw a picture of one, right? Just draw it on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
If you fill in the gaps, like go from peak to peak of each whoop, and you fill it in, so you make it just a straight slope, right?
Yep.
Well, the slopes that they've been building are like this.
Okay.
If they would build them like this, then you're going bop, 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 and you go bop, 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 and you go up.
Yeah.
They're building them like this, and you go but da da da, and you like fall off, and then the gap that you got to clear is big, and they wear down. So, and you have a lot of speed because it's flatter.
Yeah.
And the speed because it's flatter, and there's more whoops. If they build it steeper and build 3 whoops or 4 whoops instead of like 5 like tonight, flat ones, when it's flat, you go da 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 da, you go fast off of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they're building them so flat. They built it okay, but the jump, like I said, if you fill it in and look at the angle of like what the jump is, it needs to be steeper.
Okay.
I don't know why they're.
Yeah, that seemed to be the consensus at the press conference too. So maybe they'll listen eventually.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I know you're sore and you're wore out, so I'm gonna let you get some rest. But thanks for taking some time, man.